Okay, so this season's been a little up and down. It had some really good parts and then just like a lot of, I don't know. I was talking with a buddy of mine, his name is Casey, and he was telling me that even the writers and some of the showrunners and stuff of this actually said, hey, we know nothing of Halo. So, it really did start to see it a lot because, again, this is the season finale, and they finally did certain things right. And again, they spent their whole budget on the last episode. I knew that's what they were going to do. I had a feeling, like, because this one, it went all out. Like, just wow. So again, spoiler alert. You don't want to hear what happens in the last episode. Click away now. I'm going to try and go over it real quick, but I'm just... So, okay. Let's just talk... Let me just say this. Let's talk about what they did right. Okay? They introduced the Flood. But they did it in a not funny, or they did it in a funny way, but just not like in the game. Of course, this is supposed to be like a different, this is supposed to be completely different from the game. I get it. Don't get me wrong. But the artifact that Miranda got from the Forerunner, I guess City down low, or the lab that they found, she opens it up and she's studying it now. Well, apparently this happens off screen, but she talks about it. There is another biologist who is talking with her. Her name is Janine. And she comes in and goes, hey, did you see what's inside or whatever? It's really cool, huh? And she goes, yeah. She's like, yeah. Hey, is your mom here? I heard that she was here. She's really cool. It's very, very talkative, very just, again, you never seen her before. You're not going to see her again. But she just, like, she comes in, starts talking, is like, yeah, that looks really cool and stuff. And Miranda just looks at her and goes, well, you didn't touch this, did you? Like, she's just scared, like, and Janine, she has that look, she's like, what? No. And of course, you could just tell, it's like, she just said that she was like, a biologist or whatever, so she's a scientist, so she should be smart. And she came in and touched it. An alien artifact, and she touched it. So, of course, just like, any sci-fi will tell you, she touched it, and she's infected. Like, that's just it. And so she goes around high-fiving people, shaking people's hands, and I'm just like, so this is how the Flood spreads throughout Planet Onyx. I'm just, again, they even have like some lighthearted music. Sounds like something you'd hear in an elevator. And I'm just like, this is the music you're going to play while someone just is infected with the Flood, the most destructive parasite in the universe, and you're just playing it off in just normal, trying to be like lovey-dovey music. And so, it shows her walking around. Then, of course, she stops. She starts doing the twitchy thing like you see in a zombie movie. And she flips out, stabs a guy in the neck. And then next thing she's thrown in the brig, along with Ackerson, who he was thrown in from just because he tried to stop Paranovsky, or he defied her, and she threw him in the brig in the last episode. And then Kessler and his mom, they were thrown in the brig too. Like, she tries to save him during the little Spartan training thing, and Soren beats the crap out of the other guys, but his mom and him or Kessler and his mom were taken. So I'm just like, okay, just, so now they're all just in, so they meet up in jail. That's just basically how this goes. And I'm just like, are they going to show because the Flood, it mutates the body, and it looks like, like, it doesn't just come out like zombie just trying to, eat somebody else. And so all of a sudden, it goes from just this corny TV show to horror show movie. I was just like, okay, because the Flood is definitely something that's definitely scary. Like, you could make a horror movie out of the Flood. Like, that would be really cool. And so, sure enough, everybody's infected, and I'm just like, okay, this could go, I mean, one or two ways, really stupid or really cool. And sure enough, it does really cool. So I was like, oh, okay, again, they spent the entire budget on this last episode, so they went all out. So I'm like, thank you. Like, this actually was at least for the most part with the flood, I was just very impressed. Like they had even there's some flood creatures that like because they're still looking human, and of course the people for some odd reason just stand still, and then all of a sudden they start mutating and stuff, and then you see one of them just like growing like a thing out of their face and everything. I'm like, all right, like this started to get good because Kessler again, he's in jail and he sees the Janine chick who's the patient zero. She's in the cell right next to him, and he's just like, "Are you okay? Hello?" Like he's just trying to be friendly, and sure enough, she just turns around, starts to try to attack through the bars, and Eckerson's over there watching it too, and he again, I don't know who put these guys in charge, but you have the guy who's guarding the jail or whatever, the guard. He's standing next to Ackerson with his back to him, just like, hey, I'm right here. Here's the jail cell. Yeah, you can take my gun. You can hit me in the back of the head. It's okay. I'm a stupid guard. I'm just like, of course he's infected too, so he's just standing still. But the fact that the guard was actually just walking and decided to just yeah, like, just why? So of course Ackerson takes his gun out and fires and saves them. Soren recruits Quan to go try to save his daughter and son, and they're going through the lab. They're going through everything, and again, really awesome. Looks like something out of Resident Evil. Just I was just blown away about how cool this looks. So Paranovsky is still like in the main command center control room, trying to tell Master Chief, hey, stop trying to save your friends and go to the Halo ring. You don't need to protect people or anything. We need you to get to the Halo ring before the Covenant does. And of course, Master Chief like defies them. He's like, I got to save Kai. I got to save, whoever he can, because they're, because Kai and Perez, they get pinned down in one of the Covenant ships, and Kai's just about to like put the spike in because she ran out of options. Like Perez is down, most of her team is dead. It's even funny because they're about to like. Actually, I should back up a little bit. Right before they launched the Spartan 3s out of the ship into space, their ship gets blown up, and they're just forced into space. And so that was kind of cool. Surprise, different things like that. While they're on the Covenant ship, they see that the fleet arrives from the UNSC to help them. And of course, like as soon as the fleet gets there, they're like, "Hey, we need extraction. We need help." And then of course you just see like one of the corvettes shoot the whatever they used to glass the planet. They just shot it and it kills like one of the main ships. And I was just like, "Oh, the fleet's here and now they're dead." So like, I guess as the part where Master Chief was just like, "Yeah, I got to go save them." So he goes to save them and does it in a cool way too. Like I was really hoping to have like some like epic, music when he puts on his helmet, like, I'm Master Chief and I'm here to save the day. But no, because Paranovsky's just like, you're not going to be able to save them and get to the Halo ring. And he's just like, you have no idea what I can do. So puts on his helmet. I was waiting for like some epic music. They never did do it, but whatever. He goes and he saves them. But back on Onyx on the planet, like Paranovsky's still just mad at like, great, Master Chief didn't do this or whatever. And of course, you see someone in the background who's just not moving. And then, of course, they do the head twitch thing or whatever. And like all of a sudden, Halsey knows. She's just like, this isn't right. And so she like runs to the door and gets out and shuts it right before like all the chaos, like everybody just starts eating each other. And of course, like you see Paranovsky just like surrounded by a bunch of people, like jumping on her and eating her. And, I was waiting for her to like smile and be like, ha, gotcha. You deserve to die. And like, cause I was just like, thank you. Finally killing off a bad guy that nobody likes. So I'm like, thank you. So Paranovsky's dead, or at least now she's a flood, whatever. I don't care. The whole place is going nuts. Halsey goes back to Miranda to try to protect her. Miranda has no idea what's been going on. She's still just focused on trying to just understand what these spores are. And the spores keep multiplying too, like just in microscopic form. So they're growing. That's what they're supposed to do. Or, that's what the flood does. And so she finally realizes what's going on, that people are infected and just like, going nuts. And so she's like, all right, Mom, let's get out of here. Let's see what we can do. And sure enough, Halsey's now infected. And so before she can, like, whatever, transform or, become, I guess, get fully taken over, because I'm assuming they're trying to save her. So Miranda puts her in like a cryo chamber or whatever to keep her safe. So that's it for Halsey for right now. So she's not dead, but I have no idea what's going to happen to her. The Soren and his wife, they don't get separated, but she locks the door behind them to try to get them out, because she's just like, hey, take care of Kessler, turns around and she starts walking away. She was bitten or infected. And so, Soren's just like, no. I never even learned her name. I really didn't. I didn't care. She wasn't a character that I wanted to learn her name. So I just call her Soren's wife. She's gone. She's dead. So whatever. Ackerson helps get Kessler and Quan onto a jet to get them out, or to get them off of the planet. But yeah, she's gone. While they're being attacked by all these humans who are infected, Quan goes into this weird trance, and all the people just stop. Like, they're about to eat her or attack her or whatever. They stop, and then there's a vision of the lady again, who's talking to her in her head, but somehow I don't know what they're doing with Quan. I don't know what, like, she's supposed to be some kind of weird, wizard or something that they could talk to. I don't know. So the lady says, hey, we're the Flood. And I'm just like, yeah, I knew that. Thank you for clarifying. But again, hey, if nobody else knew, they don't actually say the word the Flood yet until that part. So yes, this is the Flood. So I was like, okay, it's kind of cool, I guess, or whatever. I'm just kind of sick of Quan having like these psychic powers that she could talk to the dead people or whatever. So anywho, Master Chief, he tells, he's back on the ship or whatever. He's like, all right, hey, let's get all these people out of here. So he was able to save Perez and somebody else, and they were able to, I guess, get on the ship and leave. But Kai decides to fly the Corvette into another ship to take it out. And again, it doesn't show that her body was, again, I'm not sure if she's dead or not, but you see her floating in space, like kind of at the end of it. So I don't know if she's dead. I don't know if they're going to try to save her. So I don't know, but she lost all the other Spartans earlier this season. So I'm not sure if you're going to lose Kai or not. She had a big important part for this season. So Master Chief is able to fly to the Covenant ship that had Cortana on it. McKee and the Arbiter already left to go to the Halo ring, and Master Chief gets onto the ship, and he finds Cortana. McKee decided to destroy the little device that Cortana was in. But again, Cortana is computer Wi-Fi, whatever. So she gets herself into the console. Wi-Fi, I don't know, whatever. So she's in the console of the ship. And Master Chief's like, all right, here, let me get you out of here, and I'm just going to crash the ship into the Halo ring. And Cortana's like, you can't save me. There's nothing that you can do. And he's like, I'm Master Chief. You don't know what I could do. And he punches the console, and all of a sudden, the energy from the console goes into his fist, and Cortana is somehow now in Master Chief's helmet without Wi-Fi or something. I don't know what happened. He punches the thing so hard that the power of love was able to save Cortana and suck her into Master Chief. That's the best explanation I can give you of what happened. So Master Chief can put computer AIs now into his suit through punching it. Oddly enough, I did not have a big problem with this. With everything else that they did wrong with this show, Master Chief punching a console and sucking Cortana into his suit, I really was just like, I'm at this point where I'm just like, hey, you know what? You messed up so much other stuff. I'm not even surprised that you're able to do this. I'm surprised Master Chief just didn't like hold out his hand and just like use the force and pull her like to him through the console. So apparently Master Chief now has the ability to punch Wi-Fi into inanimate objects. So woohoo. Go Master Chief. Hopefully he can help me hook up my modem to my Xbox later and help it work better. So Master Chief gets to the planet, or gets to Halo, and the Halo ring looks great. Like, they did it well. They did the installation well. Everything just looks great. Again, they spent a whole budget on it, so of course the very last episode is going to look the best. And then, of course, Master Chief fights the Arbiter and kills him. And I was like, oh, I was going to fight him, then they're going to team up, and the Arbiter is going to be now this, enemy of the Covenant, and Master Chief's going to be the enemy of the human race. And they're going to be this yin and yang kind of like, team. No. He's just, Master Chief is, again, the only people that know Master Chief, like, deserted them was pretty much just Paranovsky and anybody who was on that base. So now that they're all dead, I don't think anybody can be upset at Master Chief or even think that he's against the UNSC or ONI or whatever. So Makee, she's already inside the installation. She's gone. Again, they never explain how she survived the first season. She's just there, Again, hey, if Master Chief can punch Wi-Fi into inanimate objects, I guess Makee could come back to life. So, the episode actually begins with Master Chief kind of talking, or someone talking to Master Chief, trying to explain to him, like, so what happened? What's going on? Very nice voice. You can kind of tell who it was. And at the very end of the episode, you see Master Chief is inside the installation, and he's talking to Guilty Sparks. And I was like, okay, I kind of saw that coming. And he's like, all right, then why don't you come with me and we'll see what we can do. And I was kind of waiting for him to call him the Reclaimer, because I know that was from Halo 1. But that's how it ends. Master Chief and Makee are now on the Halo ring. There's an army of Covenant and a fleet of the UNSC fighting in outer space. The Flood is now released onto Onyx. So, don't know. And even if he does activate the Halo ring, Onyx is a safe world. So that, for those you know, when the Halo ring is activated, it wipes out all intelligent life in the universe, pretty much like in the general vicinity, or the whole galaxy, or wherever the Halo ring is located. A safe planet is where, well, basically, things will not be erased or killed. So if you activate the Halo ring, a safe world will be safe from the explosion of the Halo. So don't exactly know what they're going to do about that, because So, again, they went all out for this. There was a lot of stuff that was really good. I did like a lot of the stuff. The stuff I did not like, again, Kwan is able to somehow communicate with the dead. I don't know why. Again, this is very little stuff, because this episode did a lot of stuff that was really good. But they did it so fast. When the Spartan 3s are blown out of the ship and they're heading towards they're flying into space trying to go towards the other ship, it kept focusing on Perez and her face. Again, why? I don't need to see, no, I'm in space. You're inside of my helmet. Nobody cares. Show the rest of the fleet fighting and shooting. It's a space battle. Show that. Do not show just one person's face. Or if you're going to do it, show it from the other view so you can see her gun and do the actual first-person shooter part like you're supposed to. So I didn't like that, because, again, it went by quick. If you wanted to, see, all right, they're going to show, a space battle. No. You see, a little bit of a space battle in the background while you watch someone's face going, I'm in space. I need to breathe. And then you hear Kai in the background, too, saying, hey, just breathe. Shut up. Calm down. You're alive. We got to make it to the ship to kill it, whatever. I'm like, then, let's see. What else was just, again, they killed off Paranovsky, so thank you. That was, nobody liked her. I was just like, even as a villain, I'm just like, yeah, could do her without, like, just kill her. Ackerson was a better villain, but then you find out he was a pawn this whole time, and I'm just like, whatever. Like, he had some redeeming qualities. He did help Soren and his family escape. Let's see. The Janine thing with her being infected and then just walking around like, hey guys, I'm infected. High five. Yeah, all right. You're infected. You're infected. Everyone gets infected. Hey, chew. Hey, chew. So, yeah. They could have done that a little bit more. Again, once the flood, like, showed the infected people, like, killing people and attacking, I was like, that was awesome. You could have done a serious moment instead of like, hey, let's play it off for a little gag reel of, her infecting people with, shaking hands and stuff. And I'm just like, you could have done it more serious. You could have done, you didn't have to like play music. You could have done it just, quiet and it would have been fine. But you played it off kind of just, I don't know. So I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking, but it's just stuff that were just like at the moment, I'm like, it just really just like triggers you. And I'm like, come on, you saved everything. You saved the best for last. And you couldn't even just get the whole thing to just be perfect. Like, that's what we were hoping for. Like the fight with the Arbiter. I was like, you built up this the Arbiter, and you killed him in like a 2-second fight. I mean, it was an okay fight. Again, CGI'd and stuff, but at the same time, I'm just like, finally, we get a fight with Master Chief and the Arbiter, and he's dead in like, a couple seconds. I'm like, I know someone pointed out too that it might not be the same Arbiter from the game. It might be a different one, or the Arbiter is just a title, so it could be passed on. So there could be another Arbiter, or someone's even saying McKee could be now the Arbiter, or no, she can't be the Arbiter. But it's just, I don't know. It seemed like it was, again, you saved everything for last, but it felt rushed. And again, Master Chief punching the console. I was just at that point, I'm just like, hey, what else is possible? Can he, shoot love from his gun? I love you. I don't know. But, and once Cortana's in his helmet and stuff too, like, you don't hear her or you don't see her. She doesn't talk or whatever. I'm like, or maybe he does, but it doesn't, it's not the same as before, whatever. If there is a season 3, it's now on Halo, so it can follow mostly the game storyline. Again, they did a lot of stuff really good this season. This last episode was just really great. It could have been perfect, but there was just some stuff you could have. There was actually a cool scene, I will say this. Perez is shot, and so, like, she can't walk, and they all run out of ammo, and they're like, well, hey, you never forget the first time you pick up a Covenant gun, and they start shooting those. So she grabs 2 needlers and starts shooting while someone is pulling her behind. So she's being dragged, firing 2 needlers. And I'm like, finally, dual wielding, thank you. And again, you blink and it's over. But I was just like, okay, that was at least a cool scene. The Covenant, they have all their elites with the swords, invisible. So those were kind of cool. Always watch them like just appear out of, thin air. So they do that a lot. But there was no grunts this season. Don't know why. They didn't have any like, hey, you killed my brother. How dare you? So, yeah, that was pretty much, Halo season 2. And if they do a season 3, hopefully it'll be better, because again, now it's Master Chief on Halo Ring, or on the Halo Ring, by himself. There's no team with him or helping him, and it's him and Cortana. So this is how it should be. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully they'll get everything right. Like, again, it took them 2 seasons to get just the ending. I hope they don't do it again, to have like this buildup of, all right, now we're on the Halo Ring, and then they kind of just, I don't know. I don't want to say they can't ruin it, but somehow I know they can. They've been doing it. But we'll see what happens. If you like this season, I get it. It really did have a lot of good stuff. So, and I know I nitpick a lot. I nitpick a lot about all the stuff on this show, but I did like it because, again, this is Halo. This is very, very important to me, very close to my heart. So that's why I want, like, if you're going to do something, like, please do it right. You know, there's a lot of fans out there that have a respect. If you're going to take this franchise and make it into a TV show, please, respect the source material. At least do something more with, like, learning more about the game, or learn more about the books. They have a whole mess of books. And so there's a whole mess of books. I hope that they're able to adapt more stuff either from that or from the games. But yeah, if they do a season 3, I'll watch it again. I'll still support it. I will nitpick and stuff if I have to about if they can change certain things. But let's see if Soren can get some. Give him his armor back, or make him a Spartan again, and he has to team up and help Master Chief or something. Let's stop with the side characters and focus more on Master Chief and his story and the thing with the Halo. If you want to bring other people onto the Halo ring and have them, like, doing something on there, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But enough with Magical and Quan and Kessler and everything. Just, I don't know. Unless they're going to fight the Flood, that might be interesting. Have them doing something that helps Master Chief and furthers the cause and furthers the story. Then I'll be all for that. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the season, or if you think that I'm just full of crap. I get it. This is just my opinion. I have a strong opinion about this show. So let me know what you think. I'm Prodigious Trip, and I will catch you later.